After looking at these, yeah, I'm definitely thinking I just need to do them myself. I looked at the bench in the car. I've looked at the backrest and this. These aren't like bucket seats where they have contoured foam and, you know, they're a little harder to make look good. This is basic. I already fixed the spring on this seat too, but this is basically like batting, has like a burlap padding there, and then a foam here. And I can get all this at the foam factory, and it's just slapped on there, folded over a bit here. I can take all this off, take it to the foam factory, get the stuff, exact same stuff, you know, and I can cut it to size. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the back seat first, seeing it's out of the car. And then I'm going to do the side panels and those little panels there. So I can put the rear seat and all of that assembly back in the car. And then I can at least get the backrest in the car. You know, make more room in the garage is what my goal is. And then I can get, you know, have more room to work on the front seat. I'll pull the front seat out in the carpet and put the new carpet in before I put any of this in. But I think I'm going to do this, and I think I'm going to start taking the cover off of it right now, and then I can sand all this out and repaint it and make it look nice. And, you know, Shelby Trim, they repaint all this kind of stuff. They do show cars. They're top-notch quality show cars. If you go back and look at my past videos with the Catalina, they did the seats and that was raw yardage. They weren't pre-sewn seat covers for those seats. I had the cloth fabric reproduced and was able to find the original vinyl and the little things that were embossed in the vinyl for the seats. I was able to find all that. So I just took them yardage of vinyl and yardage of fabric, and they put those seats together. And if you looked at my past videos with that car, they did an absolute superb job. So they're top notch. There's no second rate about their work, but you pay for it. But I think this, I've done seats when I worked in the Ford dealers on brand new cars. And mind you, just take the cover off and put a new cover on because there was a blemish or something in their seat cover and it was under warranty. I've never replaced the padding in them, but that doesn't look like it any big deal. So I'm going to get to it. I have all the tools to do upholstery because I used to do it in the Ford dealers. So I think I'm going to order a ton of hog rings, and when I get the back seat apart, I'll run up to the foam factory with what I need and get it, and then get the seat together, and I'll do the front seat. So right now, I think, seeing I fixed that one spring, I think somebody just bent it by standing on the seat to, you know, for a parade, and I was easily able to, I blocked it and just stood on it from the other way, and it straightened it right out. So there we go. Let me get started here. Now I'm set up to work on it. Get it off the floor. So I'm gonna start pulling the hog rings right now. I'm not gonna video pulling the hog rings. I mean, I took one off just to see the size. They're 3/4 inch, and found my hog ring pliers. You know, you just kind of, you'll see when I put it together. Let me you know, you just put them in there like that and kind of squeeze. Put some little notches in the pliers, and anyway, and then another pair you just like side cuts, pull them off. So I'm gonna get to pulling the seat cover off. I mean, undo the hog rings. It should come right off. It should. Thought I'd just show how I'm getting these hog rings off. Just grabbing them, giving them a quick twist, and out they come. And make sure you get them out so you don't get stabbed by them when you go to take the cover off. And but yeah, I turned the radio on. That's why I'm not videoing this. This is gonna be, you know, it takes a little while. I want to listen to the radio while I'm doing this, but there we go. It's completely unhog rings, so I'm gonna take the cover off. Maybe I'll set the camera up on the, I'll use that camera on the tripod to video this. Now I'm not an upholstery guy, so if I do something wrong, sorry. But I'm just gonna this is kind of stuck on here from just years of being rusted onto it. I'm gonna take this frame out and wash it with soap and water, and then I'm gonna sand it all out really good and paint it. There's a couple places where there was hog rings. See how they go into holes? In fact, it was this one. The hog ring, there's 2 hog rings through here, right here in fact. But none of them made it through there. So, you know, whoever was out working on the assembly line that day must have been in a hurry. And there's a date code right there. And I'll get a little video of that too before I there's the seat cover. I'm going to try and keep these old ones nice. They're actually reusable. There's the foam. Looks like the little rings, the tie things that held it to the seat have all deteriorated. So I'll, well, I think, no, that's, looks like a cord almost that was tied it on. But yeah, these springs need to be cleaned and repainted. And I want to just, this I'm going to probably take to the foam place. I'm going to take there we go, air springs. This, I'm going to take this, all this stuff from the padding that is. Here, you're not seeing what I'm doing here. This is just flat foam that has been folded over and taken that shape. You know, it's just from years of being compressed. This is just dirt. There's no ridges in this foam. It's totally flat. It's just lines of dirt. And so I can take this. I'll just get a roll of foam in this size if they have it, and then I can just lay it out and cut it and get a roll of this and a roll of that. I think they use that carpet padding now for like this, but I'd rather use the original stuff, so I'll look into what they have and we'll go from there. So there's the back seat frame. I think I'm going to wash this and then sand it out so I can paint it. And the date on that is April 14th, 66. Let's see if we can read all the numbers on it. It says 4/14/66, and then it says SS, and then it says CH. It's got some more letters there. CHF maybe, I'm guessing. And I can't even, it looks like 66AB-7663120-A. It might be C6AB, but it's something 6AB. I think maybe it's, I don't know, I can't tell. Yeah, it's C. You can clearly see it on the back in a mirror image of it. So it's C. I'll clean that tag up. It's hog ringed on there. I'll clean it up and paint it and re-hog ring that too. All right, let me clean my bench up and get that piece on, because I'm going to take that and the foam from that at the same time to get the foam. Then I'll just make a separate trip for the front seat. But yeah, that took me all of maybe 20 minutes. Strip that down to the bare springs, 15-20 minutes. It wasn't very long, but it definitely needs cleaning up. I might just it's nice out right now, maybe I'll just take it outside and hose it off. I don't know, we'll see. I got I don't want to get the driveway icy. It's supposed to get cold tonight, but maybe I'll throw it in the car and back of the Escape and take it to the car wash and wash the car at the same time. But I want to get that, let me get the other one down to the bare springs. The bottom I'm going to start by taking the speaker and all these grills and stuff off, and then we'll strip it down to the springs. And then geez, it's still early and I just started working on this. If I had the foam and the padding, I bet I could do these seats in one day. I got to fix, see how this spring's kind of pushed over, it's out of its little spring pocket thing. And so once I get the cover off, this is kind of bound in down there. Once it's off, I can probably, it fits into these grooves right here, so I could probably get it back in. And I really truly think this car was used in a parade and people had their feet, that's the damage you see when people stand on seats like what that had and stuff. Just a matter of screws and it was off. I put a towel on here so I can just take it out and shake it and not have to clean so much mess up. I got taped all my screws. These will all buff out like brand new. And the speaker grill, that'll clean up too, but I got to take the black piece off. I'll bead blast it and paint it, and I'll take out that speaker somebody cobbled into there to have a rear speaker, and I ordered the correct, I think it's 5x7, I don't remember, 5x7 maybe. But anyway, I ordered a correct speaker for this. I'll clean that up, and eventually maybe I'll have this piece chrome. That piece was super easy to get off, so in the future you can just pop this part of the back seat out and a few screws and that's off. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll have it chrome. Now, I don't know. Maybe we'll wait until fall. But, all right, let me get the hog rings out of this and work on getting this off. I have a feeling I'm going to have to like peel it up and lift it off because, I'm not going to tear the seams trying to pull that up and over. And that's just the way it is. It looks pretty darn good. Well, I think I have all the hog rings off. We'll soon find out, won't we? This old vinyl is kind of stiff, like really stiff. I don't know if you can see that, it's got a OK14 stamped in it right there. Look at this stuff in the quality of workmanship, just kind of stuck in there with like this edging stuff is what it is. This tag for the seat cover. It has that written on it. I'll probably get some help when I go to put these back together so I can get them all on nicely. Cover number 2 off. Yeah, this foam's in good shape too. That's surprisingly good. And I'll get that off too. Just kind of want to keep. Whoops. I don't know if the camera shows over that far or not, but things were falling over and I was just standing them back up. That's kind of tucked around in there. This is the bottom of the seat right here. Surprised this isn't really attached to the springs better than what it is. That one's the one that's out of its element, that's caught in the... Wonder if that was from assembly. If that was just a assembly problem. That's the... There's a couple springs. The little... I'll show you, the little rings that hold them in are opened up, and I don't want to tear this. I want to be careful. I want to use that as a pattern to make the new stuff. So I'm trying to take it off without damaging it, and it's tucked down in there. I don't know, hopefully yeah, you can see what I'm working on. Oops. It's really tucked down in there. Stuff just reeks. I feel like I'm gonna have to go wash my hands when I'm done. Should have put some nitrile gloves on, but it's actually clean. It doesn't have any animal, no mice or anything in it. So there's the next piece, which is it's more of like a batting. I don't even really see any foam. I think this is the backrest, so maybe they did that a little different. I don't know. We'll get that stuff too. There we are, rear frame. And I'll show you what needs to be done on this. It's got two springs. Both these springs are not incorrectly, and I'll show you why. See these little things right here? See how they hold the spring in place? They're like crimped over. Oh, look, there's another one that's out. So yeah, that needed to come apart. They're the only ones I see apart. So this just pushes down in there and see how it hooks behind that and into there. So I'll be able to, I'll straighten that out, and I'll put that back through, then pull that back up. And I'll get that back over here so I can... Sorry, I'm jiggling y'all around, and then I can pull that back into there, and I can do the same with this one, and they'll all be back together, and we can get this one painted too. So maybe tomorrow I'll clean these up. There is some fabric around where the speaker grill is, so I'll have to get that off. That's actually pretty tough stuff right there. I'll just leave that there for now, and I can clean it with that there. A little water won't hurt that. It'll wash it out if anything. But there we go. There's the seat back. Here's the tag. 422/66 SS. It's CHES up here, and then down below it's C3A, maybe B or 8. It's a B. So it's C3AB-76667. So it's 3 6s and 7. 700 and dash. Well, I can't see that there either, but from either side I can't see it. So we'll just say it's an A because that's what the other one was. We'll just make that up. How's that sound? There we go. The back seat is apart. I fixed the springs. Fixed this all up. All nice now. They were just not assembled properly. I bet you somebody had a hangover at work that day when on April 21st, 1966 or whatever that, April 22nd, 1966, somebody had a hangover. And they we're working a little slow that day on the assembly line. But that one, and this one were off. This one was completely out of here and everything. And they're all in there. They all work good. And I'm gonna load them up in the back of the car and take them to the car wash. My pressure washer is winterized, and I don't want to have to re-winterize it. And it's 44 degrees out, and it's supposed to be nice all week, but just the hassle of doing that. It's just easier just to run to the car wash and I'll wash the car at the same time. So I'll do a little video after they're cleaned up, maybe. Take them to the car wash was definitely the thing to do, man. They cleaned up really well. This has, you know, surface rust on the only real rust on this is just light surface rust. I mean, you can see the metal in there. And I think I'll just take a piece of 80 grit and go around and clean all that up and give it a paint job. I'm going to let it dry overnight so there's no water in anything. And then tomorrow I'm going to sand them both out and get some paint on them. And I might go to the foam factory. And my gear shift guy at the Chrome Plater, he said he finished the gear shift, so I can go get that. I'm going to pick that up tomorrow. So when I get the front seat out, I'm going to pull a front seat this weekend, I think. Get the carpet out, paint the floor pan. Then I'm going to put the steering column back in, and I can put the lever on the column easier with it out of the car. Then I'll put the new carpet in, and then it'll be ready so when I have these seats done and stuff, you know, and start getting this stuff done, I can start putting things in the car back together and free up some space. But yeah, I'm really happy with the condition of these frames. They're in better shape than I thought they would be. I thought, you know, I was going to have to replace springs, a couple springs and stuff, but nothing wrong with any of the springs. I straightened the one that was bent from being stood on, and the other ones that were on this that were knocked apart, I think it was just probably never assembled properly. Anyway, it's all together, and I'm happy with it. And anyway, so we'll wrap this video up here, I think. We'll call it a day so I can let them dry overnight, and we'll continue on tomorrow. So if you like my video, definitely hit the like button, share the video. It certainly helps. If you want to see these seats done up, subscribe to my channel by hitting that 348 engine, and thank you for watching my videos.